What's going on, everybody? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be beginning some work on the Tahoe. Let me flip this around. There, you guys don't need to see my ugly mug anymore for a bit. Yeah, today we're going to be doing some work on the Tahoe, and that namely, we're going to investigate some noises that I've been hearing. I would fire it up right now, but I don't want to have to deal with it. You know, it's a lot better to do this now that it's not running. So, but I went to fire it up the other day and I noticed some noises and it kind of didn't sound quite right. So we're going to investigate that. But first, I'm going to turn the heat on in here. It's kind of chilly for me, being, you know, dealing with health for the last couple weeks here. It's about 50 Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius. So we're going to turn the heat on. Let's see here. Turn that one on. Oh, neighbors across the street. So turn this guy on. Flip it around. I don't know what all that stuff does, but it does something. So while that's working and that's working, it's been, let's say, about a week or so since I taped up the shop. And we got another one coming, I see right there. I have to do another one down there, one there. So there's a few more pop-ups that I've been seeing. Let's turn out the light and take a peek if we have any more. Off. There. And I apologize, guys, for the dog barking. It's my cousin's dog across the street. So, yeah, I got a spot there to patch. Right here. So 1, 2, 3. I didn't do that one yet. But otherwise, we're looking pretty good. Ugh, I don't want to fall. If I fall, I'm fucked because I won't be able to get back up easily because my arm. This side's looking good. This side, not too bad. Let's check out the back wall here. Oh, I already see another one right here. But on the side here, I don't see anything new, really. But on the wall, I see one there. And anything over here? Oh, see a couple right here. Yep. Right there and right there. And over here, I don't see... I don't see anything on this side, really. So there's a couple spots to patch. Again, which is not a big deal. I can do that. So let me turn the light back on. There we go. Oh. See, I've been in here for a couple minutes, guys, and I'm kind of chilly now. Oh, there's some spots right here. I see a spot there. But it's not a big deal. So let's pop the hood. I might turn the fan on. So I put some stuff in the Tahoe to keep like mice and squirrels out of it. And hoof, does she kind of stink in a good way. So, alright, we got some heat coming from here, really good. That's awesome. So I'm really liking the gravel, I'm not gonna lie. I know it doesn't look, I look at like videos from last year and it's the same color because of the way that the grass, how it died. Like in the old shop, but this is actually gravel now, so. Alright, let's pop this. Oh, with one arm, that hurts. Oh, cool. And I noticed that I wanted to put my hood pins here, but I might have to put them here. Which, not a big deal. Oh, I just flipped the breaker, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so I guess I can't have that guy on when I got this guy on and I got the light on. It's just too much power to draw for that fuse. So it's not a big deal. So got this guy here and it's pumping some heat. So I'm gonna let this run for an hour. And it should be nice and, you know, nice and warm in here. I'll also dress up for it. But anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this valve cover off. If I can get in there. I should be able to. I'm going to pull this valve cover off and see how bad the push rods are. So I'm guessing we might have some that are plugged. So, you know, hopefully not. And I'll just move the valve cover up there because I can keep this hood attached. I might see if I can knock that, oops, sorry. If I can knock this way and I can put the cover back on again as well. Because I like how that looked before. But yeah, I'm going to let the truck sit for about an hour. Or let this heat up, warm up in here. Then we'll come and we'll take this off. So it's just these 4 bolts here. Hopefully I can get this back one off without. With my arm the way it is, there's something leaking too down there. We'll have to investigate. So, yeah, that's the name of the game. Let's check the push rods on this side. See if there's any that are plugged. See if there's any damage to the rockers. So, if the push rods, make sure that they're spinning. All that kind of jazz. If they're not, then we've got some issues. Right, guys? So, and then eventually we'll get into this side, but that won't be today because I got a lot to take off just to get to that valve cover. So, because I don't know if I can get this valve cover off with this, with this AC unit in the way, if you know what I mean. I'm going to have to take this off to do it, which is not a big deal. Just loosen the belt. It's literally 4 bolts, and I can just move it. Super easy. So that's what we'll do. But we'll begin over here. I noticed this thing's getting all rusty too. Oops, sorry. You guys can't see that. Right here. My crossover tube for my steam port's getting kind of crusty, so you know, if a feller might end up taking that off and powder coating it, might just have to. But I also want to run a 4-corner one, just to kind of help it better. So, as you can see, she's kind of humid. So, we're going to let it do its thing. And like I said, I'll be back in an hour. And we'll begin taking this valve cover off, and we'll see what the push rods look like. Stay with me. Also, I got something cool to tell you. Something really neat that YouTube did. You might not believe me, but it's true. If you hit the like button, it turns into a little tire that doesn't burn out. I'm not lying. Check it out. It's pretty cool. We'll see you guys in about an hour. Alrighty, folks. We are back. It's a little bit longer, a little bit later than I wanted it to be. When it turned the heat on, went in, had something to eat, took my meds, and they knocked my ass out. So it's a couple hours later. I'm back, and you can tell by the banner. Shit, it's storming outside rank. Like it's a hell of a wind. So if it like gets loud in here, I apologize. But we are back at it here, as you guys can see. Get my broken arm. Oops, sorry. Get my fucked up arm rolling here. I can actually get some shit done. Kind of see how dirty it is. So I might powder coat this valve cover while it's off. I was actually thinking about that. Thinking of taking the loop off there, taking the whole valve cover off and just redoing it because of, you know, that right there just flaked off. So comment down below. What do you guys think? Oops, sorry. I think it would be pretty good idea to do. To leave this engine open though right now, it's not a good idea because of all the moisture that's going on. Yeah. So as much as I like to leave the motor open, there's a good chance that I won't, just because of that. So is there another bolt down? I'll have to check to see if there's another bracket over there. So what I might next is take off this ICT billet bracket, which is just, these guys here. I don't think there's one at the back, because I got to get that out, and you can't with that coil in the way. So we'll get that done. We'll get these plug wires off of here, Oh, they sound so good. These Taylor wires, guys, I tell you, these wires are the best plug wire if you're running these kind of block hugger headers on an LS. Like, there is no touching at all between like my fingers and the boots. Like, look how wet that is. How much water, how much moisture's in here, guys. So we gotta get some fans going, I think. Get this brushed out. It's from the roof too. The roof likes to rain on this, as you guys can see by the hood. So that's why I don't really want to leave this open, because a lot of moisture gets into this motor, right? And we don't want a lot of moisture in this motor. So start rusting and looking like shit. But that's what happens when there's no airflow in here. So yeah, she's pretty dirty. Anyways, enough of my yapping. I got the last one there to take off. Or last two here to take off. Gonna get my mitts in there. Or am I gonna need my gloves? Oops, sorry. I got that one. I might need my gloves for this one just because it's tight. Yeah, and it's really slippery. So I'll get that one off, and then I'll get this bracket off, and we'll be back. Alright, everybody. As much as I wanted to take off just the bracket and then everything, there was that one bolt way back there. If you guys can see, let me zoom in. Right there in the middle, you see the 1, 2, 3, right by that black blotch or spot there, whatever the fuck that is. So I have to take I'll take the valve cover off, and then I'll take the bracket off. So I was thinking, as much as I want to powder coat the valve covers, right, as you guys know, and I'm thinking of maybe doing the brackets. I have super chrome, so I was thinking of maybe doing the brackets in super chrome. Well, I don't know why I did that, but do the brackets maybe in super chrome, and then the orange for the valve cover, or super chrome for the valve cover and orange for the bracket. Comment down below, guys, because you guys are gonna see this video like the day after I send it out, or after I'm done here. I'm gonna load it up and send it up to you guys. So we'll see in the next 24 hours, 48 hours what you guys have to say, and then come this weekend for me, if I can get to the other shop, depending on who's there. It's a long story, but if you've been around the channel, you know, I told the story a couple of years ago about why the truck had to leave that other shop, right? If you guys have been around the channel, you know what's up. So anyways, so comment down below, should we do super chrome and orange, or super chrome and orange, right? I'd love to hear it. I gotta clean all these up, but I'm gonna take this valve cover off now, and we'll be back to see what it looks like inside. It's really humid in here, so I'm really worried about getting moisture in the head. But worst case, Ontario, I'll just pack the ever living shit out of it with the shop towels. So, like I did there, because I do want to. I gotta move my stool because I have to reach, and my arm is really, really bad. Like I already hurt, folks. I already hurt big time. Anyways, this guy here, I want to bend it that way. So maybe need a little pipe wrench on here and then turn it. But we'll see what I can do. I'll be back. Alright, everybody, valve cover's off. You guys can see all the moisture on it, right? And you can see all the chips and nicks and stuff that it's been hidden. You can't see because of like the wires and stuff in the way. So yeah, we are gonna powder coat it. Underneath of it though, still looks brand new with the baffling and stuff. Everything is all clean, but we will give it a good, a good spray. Everything looks really, really good under here. So I know, like I said before too, I'll do one side at a time. Like I'll do this side, powder coat everything up, put it back together, and then like a couple weeks later or a month later, depending on how my arm is, we'll do this side. Just because it's a lot more work, but I've got a lot more room, right? A lot more room to fuck around. So I just had to take the compressor out. It's all wet, and I gotta take the oil catch can off. So, but yeah, she's wet. She's getting warm in here. What is it now? Still the same, but it feels warmer in here, guys. Like maybe because I'm working, but I don't know. That was a lot of work getting that valve cover off. Anyways, let's take a peek at it, Now don't forget too, if you hit the like button, it turns the like button into a little tiny tire that doesn't burn out. It's pretty cool. Let's see what we got to work with here. Now, do we see anything that looks not the same as the rest? Let's get the light going on here, and we can see here. That one looks good. Oil on the top of the rockers. This one here, same thing, looks good. Oil on top of the rockers. This one too looks good. Oil on top of the rockers. This one here is dry. So I'm wondering if these two push rods aren't plugged and not getting oil, because you would see them looking the same, right? Wouldn't they? Because don't the push rods, as they turn, they squirt oil up, right? So if those two are like that, I'm guessing there's no oil squirtage happening here, which conveniently enough is the front too. Makes it super easy. So we're gonna check on these guys, and we'll be back to see what they look like. So, but everything else in here seems to be okay. Except for I think I got some valves wrong. Valve springs wrong. Green. But that's just, I don't know, fucking no. I got some springs that are white, and then all those ones are green. So maybe I have the wrong springs in. They're in the wrong spots. I'm not too sure. It's been a long time since I redid these heads. So, but if that's an issue, we can always resolve that. It's not a big deal. So heads aren't hard to take off of here. Anyways, let's get that done, shall we? We'll take those out and see what they look like. I'll start with this first one, and then we'll check the second one. That way it's easier, one at a time. So, wrong button. I meant to turn the camera off, guys, not the light. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm on the meds, okay? So, we're doing what we can. Also, I do want to announce that, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in a clip, but the Earl Grey drag races, I do want to do them. But it all depends on my shoulder. I'm supposed to have surgery in and around when they're held. I have ultrasounds, and then like they want me to do surgery stuff after, like a couple days later. They just want to know what's going on before they cut me open, which is understandable. So if I have ultrasounds on the 10th and the drags are on the 17th, I probably could have my surgery on the 15th or something. So bear with me. I might not be able to. We'll keep you posted closer to the date. But I know a lot of people want me to do the Earl Grey drag races this year. Or sorry, 2026. So February, hoping to be there. But I didn't want to promise that I was going to be there and then not show up because of my arm. Right? I didn't want to let people down. That's why I said I'm not going to be there. That way, if I'm not there, nobody's disappointed overly. They will be anyways, but overly. And but if I do show up, people will be excited. Okay, so anyways, let me get some stuff going on here, and we'll be back. Alrighty, everybody. Oop, there we go. I got these guys loose. This one and this one. So we'll check them here right away. Trunnions feel not too bad. You can move them a bit, but I'm gonna put my green gloves on. Those things were so tight, I couldn't get them off with this guy, and I don't have an 8 for this guy, so I had to break out this guy. Sometimes you gotta break out the big boys to get a little tiny 8mm off. Anyways, I'm gonna put my gloves on because I'm dealing with a bunch of oilies, and we're gonna get we'll check the first one. We'll be back with it like right here, checking it out. I might move my chair so I can get in here, but right around this area we'll fucking do it. So you can see I got the valve cover pretty much ready to go. So I just gotta take out the seals and take the gasket off, take the plug or the cover off, give it a good one with a wire wheel, hit it with wax and grease remover a bunch of times, and powder coat it. But that orange was a really nice orange that I used the first time to paint it. And I will admit, I did fuck up when I painted these. I didn't etch prime them. That's why it's flaking. That's why it's flaking like it is. I never put etch primer on it. I rushed it. I rushed it to get it done fast. So, yeah, let that be a lesson. Anyways, same with this whole motor. Okay, I rushed this thing to get it done because I did it paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. While other YouTubers could get this shit done in a weekend, it took me a couple years because, you know, being a single dad raising 2 kids by himself on disability, he ain't got no fucking money coming in, right, at all. To save up to do all this was insane, especially with all the Holly shit and the wheels and everything to build this truck. Guys, I don't get enough credit. I really don't, but that's not what I'm in this for. You guys know that. Anyways, let me get this out, quit babbling, and we'll take a look at how she looks. But hopefully we have no issues. It's clean, so hopefully everything else is good. What kind of gloves I'm wearing, or that I use all the time, are the Grease Monkey ones. They used to be black, now they're green. So I had Ma run to the co-op for me to grab me a pair. She's like, "What size do you need?" And I'm like, "Well, remember a couple years ago when I asked you to go grab me some rubbers? What size did you grab me?" She came back with the right size. Extra large. Anyways, let's do this now. Hopefully I can do this with one hand. Oh, finger tight at it. Finger loosey gooseys. Oh, and this is doing this with my bad arm, guys. So hopefully that's a little bit of, you know, something. Let me drop that off. Whoops, sorry. I apologize. Not just because I'm Canadian, but because I'm a polite, nice guy. That's just who I am. That's what I'm about. I'm about just being the best me I can be every day. And that's how everybody should be too. Some days, if I don't feel like I can be the best me, well, I'm crippled, so I can not have to. I can just shut the world off that day. All right, first rocker is out. Ooh, 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 ooh! I see some. Look at this, guys. Looks like she could be eaten, and it looks like it's eating. See that? Hoo-hoo. Let's take the push rod out now. I grabbed my assembly loops. When I put these back together, it should be alright, but oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, she's fucked, guys. And she's plugged too, I bet you solid. Oh no. You can see through it, but she's pretty scored up and eaten up. How does the bottom side look? See, the bottom side looks fine. Ish. But yeah, that top looks pretty bad. It even feels rough. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What do you guys think of that? Hey? Ooh. That's not good. Let's check the other side here in real time with you. Or the other one. Can I? I'll be back. I gotta grab my wrenches. Alright. Oops, sorry. Let's check this one. I was gonna say, it looks like there was bluing on there. That feels rough too. That's not good. That's not good at all. So what do you guys think of that push rod? Could that be my issue with my oil pressure too, you think? I'm thinking it could be. Right, it could be a problem with oil pressure. Alright, we'll take this one out. Okay, we'll go like that. Like that, so I know which side they're on. And then we'll grab it out of here. We'll take a peek. Yeah, look at that. Look at that bluing and stuff on there, guys. You see that? So, looks like I need new push rods. 2 for sure. Let me see through it? Yeah, we can see light through it. So it is, because these are like a straw, and as they spin, they suck oil up. So if it's not spinning, yeah, look at the blue on the bottom there. If it's not spinning, it's just not doing its job. Huh. I wonder if I can fix those with some memory cloth. Well, isn't that something, folks? Now, do I dare check the rest of them? Do I dare check the rest? What do you guys think? Or should I just order 8 new push rods and 8 new rockers and go from there? But we'll be back in a minute. Alright, folks. I was doing a bit of checking on these guys. Oops, sorry. If you can see, there's a chunk of something on this one. Chunk of metal, you see that? There's silica. A chunk of something that shouldn't be there. So, but I checked, all the trunnions seem okay. I did actually just run the push rods in the cups a little bit to see if there's any resistance, and yeah, both of them, you can feel both of them feel grindy like sandpaper. So what I'm gonna do is, I wonder if I have any emery cloth. I'm gonna run downstairs, see if I have any emery cloth. If not, we're just gonna slam it back together, and I'm gonna order parts, and hopefully they show up at some point. And then I'll just put the valve cover back on until it's time to, until I see what you guys have to say about the powder coating thing. And then I just take it back off, and we'll do it up. So that way I get no moisture in the motor. Like, I was going to leave paper towel in it and just keep the valve cover off. But with the amount of moisture that's in here right now, it'd be better just to put the valve cover back on. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Let me go see if I can find some emery cloth quick and save these a little bit. Okay, couldn't find emery cloth, so we'll just throw everything back in and we'll see how she goes. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me zoom back in on that. You think push rods were the culprit? Or are the culprit? Like, look at that. So, I think I found an oiling issue, hey? So, what do you guys think? Anyways, we'll be back with all of this put back together. Stay tuned. Alright, everybody. It's all back together. Hopefully they're straight. So, I could crank the motor over and see if they are, but I don't really feel like it right now. Maybe we'll start it at the end of the video here. But got a lot of assembly lube on her, so hopefully that will help a lot. So I'm gonna throw the valve cover on now, and maybe I'll put it back together, and maybe we'll fire it up. We'll see. So stay tuned. And with the power of editing, I've never tried this before, and there we go. I've never done that before, so hopefully the transition's good. I doubt it will be, but we'll see. But got everything back together, plugged in. Now we're gonna fire it up. I don't have, like, I have the hoses on, but I don't have the tightened down, as you guys can see. They're just on there for the sake of on there. I did check my powder coating stuff at the house. I do have the Just Orange, so I can do these pretty much whenever. I wouldn't mind getting new gaskets for the bolts. If I could, I might check the speed shop on Friday, see if they have any. We'll see how much time I have. Or I'll have to fly in maybe on Saturday, and we'll check it out. And I've been wanting to make a video there too, at Queen City Performance in Regina. It's Saskatchewan's oldest speed shop. So I've been going there and getting some ideas, doing some things, figuring some stuff out, and I wouldn't mind maybe collaborating with them on something. I think it'd be pretty neat. So, anyways, got this all back together. So, and I got everything all cleaned up here. Got all my tools there ready to go back inside. So, what we'll do, we'll see if this thing will fire up. It's been a while since I've started the truck. Cool. Probably, I don't know, I don't think I've started it since I brought it in here, to be honest with you. I think it's been about maybe a month or so since I started the Tahoe. So, but we'll see. Now that that's all done, let me move my light because it'll go flying in there. But we'll grab the light when we need it. But for now, it'll go over here. Do I need to vent the back at all? Yeah, give me a minute, guys. I'm going to run the exhaust out with that thing, and I'll be right back. Alright. I got the guy in there, as you can see, on the muffler tip, out the door, which is awesome, because I like how the green blends in with the shop. That wasn't planned at all. It was just a happy accident. So let me turn that flashlight back off. I'll put it up here so I won't forget it. Now, let's fire up this bad boy. See how it sounds. Yes, my blue interior. If you guys know, you know. A lot of fun's been had back there, tell ya. Anyways, also, don't forget, if you hit the like button, it turns into a little burnout wheel. It's pretty cool. Let's fire it up. I can hear the fuel. Oh, fuel pressure, oil pressure's good. Fuel pressure's not bad. IAC is really high, but it's been sitting. Let's see what it sounds like over here. You can hear it sucking in, but do we have any issues over here? Anything leaking? It's that little bit of smoke is the assembly lube on the headers. I got some assembly lube on the headers right there, but the valve cover's not leaking. Sounding not bad. I wish it would idle down a bit. You can really hear it sucking through the air filter, which I gotta clean out. That's really bad. The K&N, we'll have to clean that out. It's pretty shitty, but you can really hear it, eh? I mean, watch your ears. Yeah, I can almost hear like a knock a bit. I'm gonna have to check this side next, but if it is over here, we know what it is. So, all right. I don't know, guys. It seems to fire up. Run good. Let me close the hood a bit. And she's actually pretty quiet. There's still some. You can hear it. It sounds like valve clatter. So it could be the other side. We'll have to check the other side as well. But I'm gonna when I get money, I'm gonna order some push rods and stuff like that. We'll start getting the parts that we need. I made a decision that kind of pissed me off, but it is what it is. Let me shut the truck off. It's hard to talk over it because it's so darn loud. Well, not loud, it's just it's a good truck. So let me, hang on. Flip you guys back around. You guys can see oil pressure is dropping. It was at 38, now it's already down. Look at that. Look how it goes. So weird, eh? Anyways, let's shut it down. It also hasn't ran for a while. I'm gonna give it let it run tomorrow for a bit, I think. So, but just for the sake of this video, we'll shut it down now. And I think maybe next video too, if it's nice out, we'll put these on. So, or we'll check the other side. That's always an idea too. Do I have the keys for this thing in the house? I better not lock it until I know for sure. So, but yeah, so anyways, the decision I made that pissed me off is I've decided that I'm going to put the turbo stuff that I was planning on buying for my birthday on hold, just temporarily, because there's no point buying and building a turbo kit for a hurt motor, right? If this thing is hurt and it's having oil pressure issues and ticking and making some weird fucking noises and smoking, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's coming up on camera. Let me flip it around. I don't know if you guys can see it, but she's smoking out of there, right? But then again, like I said, it's been sitting and it's wet, so it's a lot of moisture and condensation, getting warm. Anyways, I'm going to put a little bit of a pause on buying my turbo like I wanted to for my birthday. Instead, we're going to see if we can get this thing deserving of a turbo. I should say, I don't want to throw a turbo on it and blow the fuck out of it right away, right? That would be a huge financial, not smart thing to do. I don't think. I think what would be smart would be to find out what's wrong with this one, fix it, build it properly, and then boost the shit out of it. And then we have something that's proven and we know isn't going to blow up right away, hopefully. And, you know, we can build it to handle the boost that we want. I'm thinking cam bearings, a pack, or yeah, one of those sloppy stage 2 cams, and then I want to do the pack 18, I think that's the 1812 valve springs. We're going to do LS7 lifter, or rocker, or probably lifters. We got to change the push rods, as you guys seen. I might go with some Brian Tooley Racing rockers that have the trunnion upgrade already done. So there's a list of things that I've been thinking of and working on to get to what I want to do. Camshaft bearings are cheap, push rods are cheap. Everything else is, you know, relative to what I want to spend and what we want to do. I'm thinking also Melling's high volume oil pump will be thrown in this thing as well. So I'm going to take the front end back off and get to it, because I don't want to pull the motor, and I really can't in here, right? We don't have room for an engine hoist and to pull the motor out and stuff like that in this shop. So, but we do have room to take the front end off and put it like downstairs. I was thinking, it's like, okay, where the fuck can I put it? Can I put it like, you know, over here somewhere, you know? But I'm at my house. I forgot about that. I can just put it downstairs in the basement and have it all nice and safe. Also, I can do the grill. I can paint it up properly and get it actually looking better. Fix this how it's, you know. It's like, okay, when you first meet her, after 6 months, right? See how the gap got bigger? That's all I'm saying. So we got to try to fix that as well. But that's a lot of positives of doing everything. Pull the front end off. So, but with that, guys, I should probably end the video here. It's getting pretty long. Kids are starving, needing food. I'm actually feeling not too bad. Meds didn't kick my ass as bad as I thought they were. This is the first time I've tried working after I've taken my meds. And like I said, I took them and it knocked me on my ass for about an hour and a half. And came out here and boom, pulled the valve cover. and pulled some push rods and stuff and checked on some stuff. So that's, for me, that's a huge fucking bonus. Next time I can do this side, not a big deal. There's no charge in this, I don't think. There shouldn't be, so to take this off is not going to kill me or the environment. Then again, too, I can also just unbolt this and just flip this whole thing over that way. Just whoop, and drop it down that way. So, not a big deal. Catch can goes with it. And then I have really nothing in the way but cables. You know what I mean? Just cords and wires that I can just unplug and move shit. It'll be all out of the way. So, yay! Anyways, folks, I'm spent. It's actually really nice in here, and hopefully we got a couple more days like this so I can get some stuff done that'll let I'm feeling better. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Love you so much. Don't forget, if you hit that like button, it turns into a little wheel that does a donut or a burnout. I think it's super cool. Check it out. Till next time, take care of yourselves. Love you. God bless. And don't forget, how do you want me to do the valve covers? Do you want me to do the orange with the chrome ICT brackets, or do you want the chrome valve cover with the orange ICT bracket? Comment down below. I'd love to hear it. I'd like to see it because in a few days I could do it. Anyways, till next time, take care of yourselves. Love you. God bless.